Hi there folks, back again for another video. In this one we're going to be looking at some more stuff that has come my way from the wonderful folks at Medbury Miniatures. Medbury were kind enough to send me some more of their 28mm metal figures for me to have a look at. These ones are actually based on their brand new Kickstarter campaign, which is looking to fund a set of 28mm Australian Infantry that fit the New Guinea campaign from 1942. So this is a project that has been done between Medbury Miniatures, but also Victor Perry of Adventure Miniatures. And what's really fascinating about this particular project is that all of the different sculpts that they've done, well, the majority of the sculpts that they've done anyway, are based on photography and research from the period, so contemporary stuff. So Victor Perry has sort of gone away and used their research and also lots of wonderful photographs and everything from the time to try and represent, I guess, a less well-known corner of World War II. Obviously, a lot of people will know that the Commonwealth countries fought alongside the Allies, obviously, during World War II, and you would have found them all over Europe. They were there during D-Day as well, of course, fighting in North Africa and that kind of thing. But a lot of soldiers, especially a lot of the Australians, fought over in the Far East in different places as well. But with this case, we're looking at some fighters from New Guinea, all based around that particular 1942 period, although of course you could use them to fit into a variety of other settings if you so desired. Settings, theatres I suppose would be the right way to go about it. But absolutely wonderful sculpts. There are a whole bunch of different options for you to choose from as part of the campaign. What you're seeing here in this first selection of miniatures that I'm showcasing is a lot of the riflemen that you can get, which will build up the core of your force. There's essentially enough within the Kickstarter and the various elements of it that you could easily build a fantastic bolt-action army using these without much trouble whatsoever. And they look fantastic. The detail on them is brilliant. If you've seen in my previous videos about the Medbury range, it's absolutely stunning, and the amount of work they put into them is fantastic. The options for this campaign are you can either go with the metal that you see here, which are these figures, or you can get STL files, so you can get digital files, so you can print them off at home at your leisure if you so desire. But if you are somebody who likes the classic metal, then you have that option as well, which I think is quite nice. So now we're moving over to some more of the specialist stuff that you can get as part of your collection. So this is where we start to see them moving towards a few more of the other options in here. So in this case, we have the Owen Gunners with those lovely SMGs. You see they all have like equipment and stuff, but not too much that you get overwhelmed by the painting of it all. I think it's quite nice. And you've got a couple of different poses of them as well. Some of them with their classic Aussie hats too, although of course you've also got the more classic sort of British Tommy hat there as well. That's just one of the figures that is multi-part that I've managed to get my hands on, but that's a very simple join and a nice easy connection point there too, so you're not going to be worrying too much about that one, which I think is quite nice. But then we also have the likes of Bren guns as well in there too, so if you're looking for some heavy firepower, you've got those options, which I think is quite nice. So when it comes to the breakdown of the different packs and things like that, there are the options for getting a full platoon, I believe. Yes, so there's a full, there's a starter pledge, which gives you just your riflemen and things like that. There is an infantry platoon that'll get you started. There is an infantry platoon with core support weapons, and then you can buy everything individually as well. So you have officers and NCOs, riflemen, Owen gunners, different support weapons in various styles, and then also things like mortars and other stuff like that too, which I think is quite nice. I will say the folks at Medbury are looking to do a little bit more with this as well. So this is volume 1, which you can find the link down to below. But they are also looking at doing more of these, which will add more figures into the range, building up on the Australian side of things during World War II. They already have plans for doing vehicles and all sorts of different things in the pipeline, and there's more alternative sculpts and things coming your way as well, which I think is quite nice. In the sort of standard historical miniatures fashion, you have a lot of troopers who are advancing, firing, at ease, that kind of thing. So it's a good mixture of stuff. And because it's all 28mm, they should match up quite nicely to the rest of your force. So if I grab a bolt action miniature, as you can see, measures up quite nicely to a standard Fallschirmjäger. Nice and easy there on that front. Let's see how he compares against a US trooper. There we go as well. Very nice indeed. And I think proportionally they're pretty accurate too. Yeah, so you should have no issue when it comes to putting together a force and comparing it up against other ranges out there. These are obviously from Warlord Plastics, but obviously if you're looking for something a bit better, something a bit heftier, then you have these options, which I think is quite nice. So yes, very cool stuff there from Medbury. As I say, the Kickstarter link is available for you right in the comments down below. Thanks again to Medbury Miniatures for sending these over. It's really nice to see more of these, and yeah, maybe I'll start diving into some Australians in the near future for World War II. I often fight my campaigns in Europe, so maybe it's time to spread my wings, as it were. But yes, if you're looking for some alternatives for World War II, some alternative allies, make sure to go and check out these folks from Medbury over on Kickstarter right now. Thanks again for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you folks in another video very, very soon. Bye for now.